Hello, Hollow Times viewers. Judy Shields here. We're so excited to have join us today. He's a director, a writer, and star of his new first film called Radio Sky. Let's let him introduce himself because he's got a wonderful name.
Hi, this is Carlitos Do Souto. It's a pleasure talking to you today.
I bet you your name gets pronounced incorrectly a lot.
All the time. I say Carlitos, they'll go to Carlos, to Carl, to other names. Yes.
So who are you named after?
I'm originally from Cabo Verde, a country on the west coast of Africa. U.S., you guys say Cape Verde. So even though the name is very similar to Spanish, but the pronunciation there is different.
I see. Got it. Ooh, well, thanks for clarifying that for us. I have to say, bravo, a brilliant movie. What a story.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to write this film, Radio Sky? And tell me about the title.
The writing process was actually not that long, given that this was my third script, and after writing scripts that I could not make due to budgetary reasons, I decided to write something that is very contained. So it was easy to pencil this out. And in terms of the title, Radio Sky, it's a representation of the connection between Earth and space. The radio waves that makes the connection possible to connect Mac's world, the virtual world, to the ISS.
Very good. Was it always in your mind to have you star in it as well?
Oh, yes, that was always because when I first embarked into the industry, I did it as an actor.
Got it. So you're being described as a multi-hyphenate breakout, which is rare at this level. When you first imagined Radio Sky, did you always see yourself writing, directing, and performing in it, or did it evolve out of necessity or opportunity?
I would say necessity. I began acting in high school, and then I came to LA. I got a degree in theater at Loyola Marymount University. But then, as you pursue the career, you realize that it's not what you thought it would be. Your degrees means zero in Hollywood. And then I began to pursue writing, screenwriting, and I wrote several scripts. And then finances became issue. And then I decided to go to film school. So I enrolled at the New York Film Academy. And then from there on, I said I was going to take the leap and do everything. I call this project my freedom project so that I can just get out of the way, good or bad, and then keep repeating it again until I master everything.
It's good. G capital Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. The film premieres at the Pan African Film Festival from February 16th to the 22nd here in Culver Theaters. How does Radio Sky speak to the kind of stories PAFF champions, and what does it mean to launch the film in that specific space?
I think this is a story that paints black characters, black stories differently, anti what we usually see, anti stereotype. So I think it's a great venue for the audience and for the actors to sort of change the narrative of how Hollywood paint us. I'm very excited to premiere at Path. It's one of the best African American or Black film festivals in the world. So I'm honored to be part of their lineup this year.
Congratulations on that. Working with the actor like Dennis Haysbert can be both inspiring and intimidating, especially as a first-time feature director. What did you learn from directing such a seasoned performer, and did it change the way you see yourself as a filmmaker?
I would say, when I embarked on this journey of doing all the aspects of filmmaking, I took a leap, a leap of faith, a leap out of fear, a leap out of doubt I'm just gonna go for it. So I didn't care what was gonna be on the way. I was gonna walk over it or run over it and crush it. So when Dennis came on board, I was already destined to go through it. It was an honor working with Dennis. I thought that him playing Joseph Finley, the director of communications at NASA, fit his persona perfectly. I honestly don't see anyone that could have fit that role better than Dennis. So we were fortunate to have such an esteemed talent in the film.
Great. He's a big follower of his. I also saw where Dennis' character was holding a rosary. Was there a reason you wrote that into the particular scene?
Well, yes, his daughter is the astronaut missing in space. I would think emotionally for any parent, that's where you would turn to. You would turn to a higher power, and as Christian believers, that's the place where we would go to.
Yeah, I liked it actually. Your female co-star played a great astronaut. How did actress Desiree Ross get involved with your film? She was amazing.
Thank you. Through audition process, given that this is a low budget film, I wanted to hire professional people, professional crew, just to go against the nature that usually happens with the low budget films. When we auditioned Desiree, we decided to go with her. We rehearsed. I rehearsed with all my actors for a couple of weeks. Even my DP to make sure we all were aligned with the vision.
Well, with that, what's it like not knowing too much about directors and all that? So, writer, director, what was it like you being an actor to now be the director? Now you have to look at the actors and choose. What was that like?
It was challenging, but also a special learning experience because as an actor, you enter a room and you leave, you don't know what happens,
Yeah.
and seeing that it sort of eases the responsibility for me a little because then you see how sometimes you just have to be simple. You don't have to overdo it. So it was a great experience to see the inside or the opposite side of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah. I just wondered how that was. So now that you kind of touched all bases, do you like directing? Do you like writing, actor? What do you think you're going to do for the your next gig?
I would say I like all of them. I've been an actor for longer, and then second, writing. I've been writing for a long time, and then directing is more newer to me. But I feel that as an actor, once you acquire the proper training, um, you have the capability to direct because you have most directors come right out of film school, and they don't know much about actors. And one of the reasons I decided to direct this myself is the fact that this is a very story driven, dialogue driven. Only an actor or a director actor could really fulfill the role. Whereas if you get a young filmmaker out of film school, they might be great with setting up spectacle scenes with race or other things, but breaking down dense dialogues may be a challenge. So I decided if anybody is going to mess this up, let it be me. Maybe I'll learn a lesson out of it.
So now are you ready to do a master class on directing?
No, no, no. I'm not. I'm not that egotistic. I always see myself as a learning of life.
Right.
Behind the scene, I'm a nerd to the craft. That's what I belong.
So when you went to do Radio Sky, what was it like to see a director's chair with your name on it?
I'm one of those guys that run away from attention. I work in my day job. I work with a lot of A-lister celebrities, but you don't see any of those on my social media. So I
Right.
go against the flow of things.
Good, you're being humble.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking ahead to 2026 and beyond, what do you want people to say about you after they see Radio Sky?
I want them to say they want to see more. I have more scripts ready, so hopefully this can be that opportunity to do more projects, but do it at real scale.
Cool. So, with the computers and all that, are you into computers? Is that why you wrote a story like this? It's really cool.
Thank you. I'm not really a computer guy. I'm fascinated by unique stories, original stories. One thing that I do outside of this, I'm also an inventor. I own several U.S. patents, so whenever I create a plot line, I use the same mindset. To patent a product, the product has to be original. So it's that same mindset that invents a product, then also creates a storyline. So I always approach every story that way. Is this story going to be unique based? Is this invention going to be unique enough, original enough to be
Mhm.
patented? So I use that same method.
Oh, I used to work at a patent law firm and saw a lot of patents come through. And now that you're saying that, I'm like, wow, maybe I become a screenwriter. That's pretty intelligent.
Yeah, because you're used to
Wow.
dissect through ideas and say what's this original or this is not. You know.
Yeah. That's really cool, because I had read that you're, fast rising entrepreneur, and that's pretty cool. Like, can you share like maybe one of the patents you invented?
Yeah, I have a couple of products that went to the market. Matter of fact, the reason I started to invent is a sort of the reason is to figure out a source to fund my films. So I was able to fund this film because of some success that I acquired through one of my products until China began counterfeiting it.
Oh,
Um,
those
so I have a
Chinese.
product line called Beard Optimum. It's a men's grooming product. And two of the products that I invented there are these beard guides that, if a man is trying to do a goatee or beard, they would just put the product on their face and then just shave around it, and would have like
Wow.
an instant a beard or goatees.
What a genius you are.
Oh, thank you. I'm
That's great. So, as Radio Sky makes its debut at the Pan African Film Festival, what can you share exclusively with the Hollywood Times about what's next for you and how has this film shaped the stories you're most excited to tell going forward?
well. We are speaking with the potential distributors. So hopefully this will be the ride that will lend us the deals that we're anticipating to get. We're hope that the audience will receive it well, and if there is an opportunity to do this again, I have another high concept hijack thriller that takes place in a jury room. Um, so I would love to bring that to the world.
So, how did you get your film to the film festival? How does it work for you as
I,
the
I submitted through the general pipeline. Yeah.
what plans do you have for that night that are they going to have yours at a specific night? Is it one of the opening nights or anything your film?
Unfortunately, they have not decided, they have not announced the lineup yet. So we don't know when the specific times for each film is yet. All we know is that the screenings will take place from the 16th of February to the 22nd. So we're waiting on that.
Well, they have to have yours as an opening night film. It's amazing. It's
Well,
really a
thank
great
you.
show.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
And we're going to watch out for that at the Hollywood Times so that we could hopefully we've been covering a lot of film festivals. We'd love doing that and talking to the writers and directors and all of you. So we hope that yours is going to be there so we can come and meet with you and see the cast. That would be great because what a wonderful movie. Folks, you've got to be able to see this. So once it gets to the film festival, what happens after that? Does it when does it get to come to VOD or on the theaters? How does it work?
Well, we would love to see you there. So, as I previously mentioned, we're in talks with the distributors. We want the film to get a little bit more buzz before we start negotiating. So after the festival, if we're satisfied with the reception of it, then we'll go into negotiations. And hopefully we can go to theater and land one of the streamers.
Well, as a young child, when was the first time you went to the movie theaters and what did you see? Do you remember?
Well, so I was not born, as I said, I was not born and raised in the US.
Correct.
So
Yes.
I didn't get to theaters before I came to the US. I grew
Okay.
up in a third world country where, not knowing how to speak English, we only watched action films.
Okay.
So I came to the US at 12, so it had to be after 12 years old. But I grew up with action stars like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee. So those are the guys that inspired me to follow the industry.
Have you met any of those actors while you've been out here?
Arnold, yes. Arnold, yes. I actually, in my job, one of his sons is my client. I work, yeah. So, but I've met a lot of people.
You've got to do a movie with all of those old time action stars.
If the opportunity arises, and I will definitely would love to do that.
All right. So you said you're working on a new one coming up?
Yes, I have a script ready to go.
Ready to
More than
go.
one script, but I know the script that I want to push next.
Okay, well, here at the Holler Times, we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. We're going to be putting this interview up on our YouTube channel, the Holler Times Officials. Thank you so much. And I know this movie's going to go where it needs to, because believe me, folks, it's a wonderful, at the edge of your seat type of movie. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you, and looking forward to see you at the premiere.
I will be there for sure.
Okay. 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 Good. Good.